Good morning, Paulina. All right, it's 9 o'clock. We start on time and we end on time, so we are going to get started. Welcome to session 1, customer service in the post-COVID era. I would like to start by introducing our generous sponsor this morning, Brent Ellifritz with PG Long Flooring.
All right. Well, hey, thank you very much, everybody, for attending. First of all, I'd like to give a thanks to Sloan and the rest of the people in the organization. It's a crazy world this year, and all of this doesn't happen by itself. So I just want to say thank you very much for giving us the opportunity to still connect, even if it's virtually. If you didn't know who PG Long was, you can see on the background on the map here, we've got 7 locations in the Pacific Northwest, in Oregon, Idaho, and Washington, of course, proudly serving Southwest and Southeast Oregon from our Portland and Kennewick branch. Even though we don't have locations all in Washington, there's a good chance if we've got to this many places that we're going to be coming to a town near you. We do everything in the full service arena for multifamily concerning carpet, vinyl plank, laminate, every kind of floor covering that you can need. Plus, we also do carpet cleaning and restoration out of our Portland branch only. So anything that you need for us, one call does it all. We'll absolutely be able to take care of you. For promotion for the rest of the year, any new PG Long customer will get a free clean with every install if you're within our service areas of Southwest or Southeast Washington. And, you know, we just want to be able to say, hey, we're here to service you, and we're probably coming to your town soon. So enter to win this giant 58-inch flat screen TV behind me. And without further ado, I'm going to pass it off to Lisa Trocine, our speaker of the day. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Brent. Brent, can I win that TV?
I think you can. If your name is somewhere in an entry form, you can do it.
Hey, everybody. Good morning from Chicago, Illinois. And thank you so much, PG Long, for sponsoring. We love our industry partners here at WMPA. And thank you, Sloan. The team at WMPA has just been amazing. And I'm so excited to join you all this morning for customer service in the COVID era. So, everybody, I've got a quick question. Do you want to win a prize today? Because I am also going to give you a prize. And I love a little company called Loop and Tie. What Loop and Tie is you can give gift cards of a certain amount, and then you go into Loop and Tie, and you get to pick the gift you want, and they mail it to you, and it's super easy. So I'm going to give everybody the opportunity to win something. So I don't know why my voice is cutting out. You guys, I'm getting messages that my voice is cutting out. Is this better? Okay, the company with the gift card is Loop and Tie. Apologize for the cutting out because it was fine before and got weird. I don't know why that is, but thank you for letting me know that my voice was cutting out. The company is called Loop and Tie, and Loop and Tie lets you get to pick what you want based on the dollar amount of the gift card. So I'm giving away a $25 Loop and Tie gift card, and I'll either base it on a question that I ask you and you give me an answer, or your participation in chat. All right, does that sound fair to everybody? And Loop and Tie has great stuff. So Loop and Tie it is. So get ready. And let's talk about customer service in the COVID era. I have a question. How many of you are sick of wearing these things? I know I am sick of it. And if my voice is muffled now, guess why? It's because I got on a mask. But you guys, this is my favorite mask. Do you guys have a favorite mask? This is 3 layers of cotton, and it was sewn by my older sister. And she brought it over to me right when the pandemic first hit. So it's my favorite mask. It has lipstick stains on the inside because I forget that you can't see my mouth. But we're going to talk about all things COVID, how sick we are of being stuck indoors, all this stuff. So let's get ready to go. All right. So 5 months ago, we got this thing called a stay-at-home order. I remember seeing it come across my screen and I was like, whoa, a stay-at-home order, a shelter-in-place order, signs, we will be closed for a while. And some of these places never reopened, and some of these places were my favorites. Same with you guys, I would guess. I love this. If you see my kid on Zoom in the same clothes he's been wearing the past 5 days, mind your own business. Our homeschool has a uniform. I love it. I think it's great. All right. Now I understand why pets try to run out of the house when the door opens. Yes, absolutely. I totally get that. Now, this is a little video I want to share with you. This is, if you see the little girl in the plaid pajamas running towards you, she is I think she's my great niece. I don't know her, or I think she's my great niece. Yeah, because she's my niece's daughter. So she's probably my great niece. So my niece said, you can show this video if you give a couple of caveats. If you look at down at the bottom of the picture, you can see her son. Her son's not very old. He's laying there on his back. And then her daughter, Elena, is in running mode. And Elena is an active little girl. And my niece said, okay, she sent me this video and she said, this is my personal quarantine. I want to share it with you. So get ready to watch Elena and my niece, my nephew. And by the way, they live in a very, very small 2-bedroom, 1-bath condo in San Francisco. So that's why everything looks like it's crammed and all over the place, because it is. Here we go. So that's my great niece, Elena. And Christopher, whoever invited that toy evil, Christopher, here's the deal. I'm the one who gave her that toy. So that's the reason why my niece sent me this video. She wanted to show me Elena using it, but she said, this is our version of quarantine in our tiny little condo in San Francisco. Elena, and then of course, don't you love the way she showed the White Claw in the video so you could see how she was kind of coping? Yeah, we've all been through quite a bit in this quarantine, haven't we? I mean, we really have. Look at this from the Wall Street Journal. It's the coronavirus. Pandemic takes toll on mental health. Americans are the unhappiest they've been in almost 50 years. And now, I just grabbed this from the Wall Street Journal yesterday. COVID-19 battle to intensify as winter sets in. Okay, guys. Winter is coming, and that's a Game of Thrones expression, but it's not a Game of Thrones usage that I'm giving you right now. Because guess what? I live in DuPage County, Illinois, and we have new lockdowns going into effect on Friday. Yes, all of our restaurants have to close indoor service, and they can continue outdoor service, but the average temperature right now is about 45, and the spaces outdoors have to have 2 open walls. So I don't think a lot of people are going to be dining outdoors. Bars have to close at 11. Yeah, so winter is coming. Look at these 3 things. COVID-19 could kill 2,900 Americans a day in December. What's coming this winter? Here's how many more could die. Whoa. Bad news, bad news, bad news, bad news. That's all we seem to be getting. And think about it. You're watching it, you're seeing it, and so are your residents. So we're all going through the same kind of stress. And your residents are cranky. Yes or not? Do you agree? Are your residents cranky? Just jump into chat. Let me know. Remember, I haven't decided if the prize is going to be based on answering a question or participation chat, but are your residents crankier than usual? Are they complaining more? Are they complaining about the noise from their neighbor? Are they complaining about things that they didn't even care about before? Yes, they are. They want, because you know, they just want to call somebody and complain. Yes, Snickers candy bars cannot, and they are aggressive. Yes, Pascal, they absolutely are. All right. So why are they so cranky? Oh, gee, I wonder why. Maybe it's because they have all this going on in their head. Rent is due. Maybe they got furloughed. Maybe somebody got laid off. They're worried about health care. They're struggling to pay the bills. They're worried about the economy. Guys, let's take a look at this, all right? Let's take a look at this. We've already got stress right here of the pandemic. Okay, that's sitting on our shoulders right now. And then we've got, I don't know, in a couple of weeks, there's this big thing happening on November 3rd, something that people are standing on long lines for, the election. Okay, so we've got the pandemic, we've got the election, we've got cranky friends and neighbors, we've got the economy, we've got being furloughed. Okay, look, my stress is way above my shoulders. These people are stressed. You're stressed. So we got to work on that, all right? Think about it. Your residents haven't been able to go out with their friends like this in a group for a while. If they have, they're probably going to get it taken away. They're getting it taken away in my town. They haven't been able to hug loved ones like grandparents, they haven't been able to do a lot of things. All right, that got taken away. And I'm not going to the gym anymore. Sloan and I were talking about that before you guys jumped on the webinar here. I am not going to the gym, and it's making me absolutely crazy. I'm not going to the gym, and I love my gym. I would go every single day right now if I could, but I can't. I haven't been to the gym since, well, it closed. It closed in April. So I haven't been to the gym. I haven't been to the gym since the pandemic hit. So I haven't been to the gym since March. So look at your residents. You know, they had so many things taken away. And believe me, I know you've had a ton of things taken away too. But look at everything they have had taken away. That's one of the reasons, because we as a species, as a human being, we are not good at handling change that is thrust upon us, that is forced upon us, all right? We're a lot better at it when it comes to us a little bit at a time, all right? A little bit at a time. We don't like severe change. So, and look at this. One of the things they always count on is you guys. And you know what? So many of us closed our leasing offices, closed our leasing office. Physical office closed, virtual office open. You guys, I have a client who has shut down all of their offices since the pandemic started, and they have not opened them. They have not reopened them because you know what? They couldn't reopen them in all of their markets, so they didn't reopen any of them. Everything is appointment only. So your residents not only are having to get used to all the other stuff, now the place where they live is changing, all right? This is from Bell Partners. Look at this. Amenity spaces closed till further notice. Clubhouse and office closed till further notice. Look at this. You know, they say that they're cleaning, they're doing everything, but you know what? We're not going to see you. And if we do see you, you're going to be way over there, standing on an X or behind a line. And I'm going to have this on when you come in. So yeah, everything has changed, totally changed. And then of course, I think the person across the hall from me has COVID. What are you going to do about that? How many of you have had a resident come in and say, I know somebody has COVID, or they've emailed you, or they've called you, or they've said, I want to know when someone in my building has COVID. You have to tell me. You have to tell me. All right. Why didn't you tell us? Why didn't you tell us that my neighbor's daughter's sister's cousin's son doesn't live here and has never visited, but he has COVID? Why didn't you tell me that? Yes, exactly. So they're taking out a lot of their stress on you. They really are. Oh, and I don't have to pay for amenities anymore. So I'm reducing my rent by $50 a month. All right. I'm just going to reduce my rent by $50 a month. And even if they come back and if I have to make an appointment, that's still not the value that I had before because I can't go anytime that I want. So I think $50 a month is totally fair to reduce my rent. Or maybe I'll reduce it by $100. And hey, I live in this building and I don't have COVID. So I don't think the mask rule applies to me. I really don't. Now, I know you think it applies to me, but I don't think it really applies to me, okay? So I'm not going to wear a mask, all right? So whatever. Okay, so you reopen your office, but you can't shake hands. You got plexiglass, you got face masks, you got antibacterial soap, you got AB schedules, you got emergency service. You got to teach your residents over the phone how to change their furnace filter. You got stress. They got stress. I got stress, you got stress, they got stress, we all got stress. We got to figure out how to work through this. All right, we got to figure out how to work this because you're back at work and you're wearing a mask. I'll tell you what, I went to a leasing office the other day and the owner said, when you go in, you have to wear a mask. So I walked in to the office and as a joke, when I walked in, I said, this is my mask. That's my mask, all right? That's my mask. Now, of course, I also had a mask like this available, but imagine having somebody come into your office with this on and says, I'm following the rules, I'm wearing a mask. It gave the staff a really nice belly laugh, okay? So if you're a supervisor or something like that, and you can wear a face mask under this, this is a great thing to do to show up to your staff and give them some help and some comic relief. It's really fun. It's really helpful. And we need stress busters right now, okay? Fear, frustration, it's all rising in everyone, okay? So we got to do something about it. Did you know that your residents are doing something called doom scrolling? They're scrolling through their phone, reading all the terrible articles about COVID. Somebody gets, oh my gosh, I have a stomachache. Is that a symptom of COVID? And you go through the questionnaire. I have a tiny little cough. Is that COVID? You swallowed wrong here. No, I might have COVID. It's craziness. It's absolute craziness. That's called doom scrolling. People are even doing that. So this is what we have to do. All right. There is a gentleman named Brian Tracy. And Brian Tracy, he's a great sales trainer. Do not go to his website and sign up for his emails, because all he ever does is try to get you to buy his DVDs and sign up for stuff. But he came up with this phrase 20 some years ago, and it's called the low risk provider. And I want you to remember that expression, because in any big purchase decision that you make, and leasing an apartment is a big decision, there is a certain amount of risk involved, okay? And you want to position yourself and your company as the low risk provider. You want to take that stress off their shoulders, that moving stress, because they've got, remember, pandemic, economy, election. They've got furloughing, healthcare costs, everything. So you want to take moving off their shoulder. You want to make them feel like they don't risk a thing by renting from you. And did you notice that when I started talking about low risk provider, did you notice I lowered my voice and I started talking a little slower in a more soothing tone? That helps too when you're dealing with people who are stressed, as long as you don't sound patronizing. Now, I probably sound patronizing now because I'm trying to, but if you talk in just a slower tone of voice, a little softer, much more soothing to your customer, okay? So position yourself as the low risk provider. So you got to do that by stressing yourself down, de-stressing yourself, okay? So I'm going to teach you how to cope. I'm going to give you some coping strategies to work with in this crazy, crazy market. So here we go. You got to meet people in a mask. Smile deeply so they can see your cheeks go up. I've even a couple of times when I've gone somewhere, I'm talking to someone, I pulled my mask off to the side and said, I'm smiling under here, and I put it right back on. And I made sure I wasn't breathing in, and I was far enough away, so I wasn't spitting at people. Like I said, talk slowly, make good eye contact, and have good open body language. When your shoulders are up here, you look stressed. Make sure your shoulders are down, a little bit back, and be a very good listener, because right now, people seriously want to be heard. My friend runs an auto repair business. And right when the pandemic had been going on for about 2 weeks, he said the darndest thing happened. He goes, Lise, the phone rang. I picked it up. It was a landline for his business. He said, it was a wrong number, but I talked to the woman for 10 minutes because she said, I haven't talked to anybody in 2 days. Do you mind just chatting with me? We need people to listen to us. We need people to listen to us, okay? So how to communicate while wearing a mask? Pretty simple. Big, big smile. Speak a little louder than normal and enunciate very clearly, okay? A little bit louder than normal, enunciate clearly. Make your eye contact consistent. Hold it, make it, keep it there. Okay, by the way, eye contact is actually gender-based. Females are better at holding and maintaining eye contact than males are. Something that starts at birth, believe it or not. Female babies make eye contact faster than male babies. Use, like I said, positive body language and use your hands, all right? Like I'm using my hands a lot, so you guys can see that I'm not, if I was not showing you my hands, I would just be doing this, which looks really weird, because I talk with my hands. When the pandemic is over and I'm not doing as many webinars, I'm gonna have to remember to put my hands down when I talk instead of up here. I'm used to putting them up on my face now. All right, and ask questions to check for understanding. Did I hear that correctly? Is this what you said you wanted? I want to make sure I'm getting all of this. So check for understanding too. All right, and have what's called an attitude of gratitude. So here's an exercise I'm going to have you do right now. Are you ready? I want you to take your hands and I want you to cup them. And I want you to look down into your hands. All right, look into your hands. Now pretend that you are holding the things that are most precious to you in your hands. Just look at your hands and pretend you're holding the things that are the most precious to you in the world in your hands. All right, so what are you holding in your hands? Somebody tell me in the chat, what are you holding in your hands? I know you're gonna have to undo your hands to get into chat. My family, my kids, yep. Most of us are holding our gold. Okay, Kenneth. Kenneth said too much coffee already. My baby, my sanity. My dog. We're all holding different things, all right? Family, friends, your significant other, your pets, but most of us are holding some person who's dear to us in their hands. So when you start getting stressed out, and it was funny, I was talking to somebody the other day in a retail situation, and I wasn't getting my way. I was buying a car, and I actually did the thing. I did the exercise. I looked down into my hands because I really needed to calm down because I felt like I was getting baited and switched. And when you're wearing a mask and you've been in a car dealership for a while and they've taken your car to go evaluate it and they haven't brought it back and they have your keys, you get stressed. So this, you guys, I promise you, it absolutely works. It will help you cope. Also, I want you to work on being more positive. All right. We have as many as, look how many thousands of thoughts we have a day. And guess what percentage of those are negative self-talk? We never walk out of a dressing room and show somebody a pair of pants we got on and say, does this make my butt look small? No, we don't. We don't say, do I look amazing in this? We say, do I look okay in this? Does this make my butt look big? And you give somebody new food, that you've made. How is it? How does it taste? You're always worried about that negative feedback. We are conditioned to have negative thoughts going through our head. 90% of our thoughts per day are negative self-talk. We have to stop that. All right. So start repeating things over in your head. You're looking at that gratitude, what you're happy, what you love the most, what is the most precious to you, and repeat this over. When somebody is getting on you, I'm thankful for my job. I'm thankful for my family. And you might even say, I'm thankful for you as a resident because you pay my salary, but you're not going to say that out loud. That would be giving them a little bit of power if they're screaming at you. So you really don't want to do that. But I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for my health. I'm thankful for my loved ones. Whatever you want to say, having this attitude of gratitude can really help center you when you're getting screamed at, because patience is a form of action. You really need to be patient with these people because you too have walked in their shoes and been really stressed and taken it out on somebody else. So you got to stay calm. And one of the things about staying calm is something called emotional contagion. And emotional contagion is fascinating because and I know you've had this happen. Everything's going great at work, and then all of a sudden, somebody at work gets snapped at by a resident, so then they snap at a coworker. And then all of a sudden, have you ever had this happen? Everybody starts snapping at everybody else. And the day that was great goes down, down, down the tubes. That is emotional contagion, all right? So you, as a professional who are sitting in on this webinar and are trying to, give great COVID customer service, remember how powerful emotional contagion is. It's super, super powerful. So if you stay positive and you stay upbeat, you are going to keep the atmosphere around you. When somebody tries to bring it down, you come back with happiness. You come back with light. You come back with love because you're thanking yourself. You're thankful for your family. You're thankful for your loved ones. You're thankful for your dog. You're holding that family in your hands. All right. So emotional contagion, super important thing to know. And you got to keep your cool under this pandemic pressure, and it's tough. So what you need to do, if you've got a resident who comes in and gets in your face 6 feet away, or calls you up on the phone and gets in your face, or whatever, but mostly when they're in person, take a step back, a physical step back, and just breathe, all right? If they're aggressive, and getting a little too close, and this is going to work post-pandemic too, guys. Just physically take a step back because you're going to train yourself that physical step back is you pushing the reset button on your emotions. And then here's the way you calm yourself with breathing. Are you ready? On the count of 3, we're going to breathe in through our nose and out through our mouth. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Let's try that again. 1, 2, 3. In through your nose, out through your mouth. I guarantee you, focused breathing is so helpful when you are getting stressed by the situation around you. Just take that breath. I was on the phone with my daughter the other day, and I was getting really stressed because I couldn't find something, and I thought she had put it away wrong the last time she was home. She goes, "Mommy, you're getting really stressed. Take a breath. Take a beat." And I was like, you know what? She's absolutely right, because I've taught my kids to do this breathing thing too. So in through your nose, out through your mouth. It really, really helps. I hope you actually did that with me because it makes an absolutely big difference in your life, right? People want to be seen and understood, so they are extremely sensitive to what your motive is and your tone, all right? You really got to watch your tone, guys, because if I said they're extremely sensitive to tone and motive, okay, I sort of sound like clueless, but I'm also sounding snarky and like I don't care what you say. And look at my face. Look at my face. My face communicates, But if I say, hi, you know what? People want to be seen and understood. Listen to my tone. Listen to how soft I'm getting with my voice and how I'm understood. I'm actually dragging out some of my vowels. It's actually helpful. It's a great coping technique for your customer, and it's a great coping technique for you. One of the things people have a tendency to do is when somebody's coming at them rapid fire, they cut the rapid fire back. Remember emotional contagion? You need to give yourself that vaccination against that contagion. And remember, just be calm. Take that physical step, Brad. Take that breath. You got it made, guys. Okay, so here's some other things that you can do. Step outside. Take a quick walk. You know what? I got to walk the property right now. I got to walk the vacants. Sing a song to yourself. I sing songs when I walk my dog. I never even noticed it till the other day. I was walking the dog and I was singing Spoonful of Sugar. And I'm walking along and all of a sudden I heard this person go, "That's the medicine go down, medicine go down." I looked at them and she said, I had to jump in. And my husband's like, yeah, you always sing when you're walking the dog. He said, I think that just kind of keeps you, up. Call a friend. Watch a short video that makes you feel content or brings you back to your baseline, okay? Nisha, it's great. I used to go in with my staff and I would go in and I would give them like a little shoulder up and say, okay, it's cool, it's right, let's slow down. I remember we had all been really stressed at work one day, so I said, okay, tomorrow we're gonna practice our phone skills. They keep like, oh man, we have to practice phone skills. So instead of having them work with their phone, I gave everybody a banana. So they had to talk into bananas. If that doesn't make people smile and laugh when they're getting a quick 15-minute phone training from a staff member, nothing does. So banana phone training, anything you can do. Sometimes I would take a $10 bill and tape it to my forehead and dance in front of a leasing professional who was trying to get a prospect to make the appointment. And if she made the appointment, I ripped the $10 bill up and stuck it on her desk or his desk, whatever. I did anything I could to keep my team upbeat and happy. And now I would be doing that even more. I would definitely be whipping out the old Chewbacca mask to make them happy. The other thing you should do, you need to have an anchor on your desk, okay? This is a picture of my two daughters. Aren't they just the cutest thing? They're so adorable. That's Jenna and Macy at Disney World. Aren't they so cute? I always dressed them alike when we went to a place like Disney World or something, because if they separated from me, I knew what they were wearing. I didn't have to remember two different outfits. But I have this picture on my desk, and it is a lifesaver. If I've got an issue that I've got to talk to a client about, or I'm giving bad news to a client or something, this is so helpful. It's my emotional anchor. And I look at this, it's kind of like looking into my hands. It's my emotional anchor. And I look at that and I think about my kids and I calm down. I absolutely calm down. All right, let's talk about communicating. I'm going to give you some really cool tips on communicating. All right, so here we go. Always listen first. Always listen first. And listening is not waiting for your turn to talk. And I know you guys know this, but we forget it. We forget it. We try to jump in. We do. I've actually heard people because they're waiting to get in to talk. Always listen first. And you know what I do? Before I respond back, I take the breath and I let it out. Because that centers me and it brings down any emotional contagion that I have gotten, all right? And then here's a technique I want you to start trying. It's called mirroring, and it lets your customer know they are being heard, all right? So you're just repeating back what your customer says, but it's so simple. You take the last 3 words of what they said and you repeat it back to them in the form of a question. So let's say your resident called you up, or they came in and they said, the upstairs neighbors are so noisy. You would say, are so noisy? Yes, they are constantly running back and forth and playing loud music at all hours. At all hours. Yes, they play it after 11 o'clock at night. They play it before 7 o'clock in the morning. It's driving me crazy. It's driving you crazy. They start giving you more information and they feel really comfortable because you are, repeating back to them what they've heard. All right, so here we go. Look at this. Your neighbors are so loud, yes, and then they will tell you more. And over communicate. You cannot over communicate in today's economy and pandemic lifestyle that we've got. Repeat back to them. Customers who have their server repeat the order back the servers receive tips that are 70% higher. People love to hear their words repeated back to them. And 75% of customer service issues have communication as the root problem. All right. So words are powerful. Words are absolutely powerful. So let's take a look. Look at the difference when you put certain phrases in here. If you say, thank you, I can absolutely help you with that. If somebody calls you up and says, are the amenities open? And they're not open, still say, that's a great question. I understand. Thank you so much. These are all really good ways to talk back to your customer. You're the 10th resident that's called today and asked about the amenities. That is a passive aggressive phrase. But if you say, great question, I wish I knew when our amenities were going to be open. I understand your frustration. We're kind of relying on the government or whatever you want to say. The power of positive communication cannot be overestimated because we focus on the negative. And even one word can make a big difference. So I'm going to give you an amazing list of words. I would take a screenshot of this or take a picture with your phone. The slides are going to be in your APTConnect dashboard. I think I used the right word, Sloan, if I didn't let them know, but the slides are going to be in there, so you will have the words, but if you want it right now, here you go. I didn't let my staff say I have a problem with a resident. They had to say, I have an opportunity with a resident. Look at the difference between problem and opportunity. They're miles apart, and one is positive and one is so negative. It's the key to successful relationships, being positive. Remember, smiling, breathing. So in person, have a positive mind. A positive mind helps you give up positive vibes. And you know what? You'll have a more positive life. I have a gratitude journal. I write in it every morning. And when I get up in the morning, before I get out of bed, I say one thing that I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for my health. One day I said, I'm grateful I opened up my eyes this morning. I'm grateful that it's sunny. I'm grateful that I got yogurt last night because I love yogurt in the morning, all right? Be fully present. Don't be checking your Apple Watch. Don't be checking your phone, all right? If you have a habit of checking either of those, put them away when you're dealing with someone in person. And this is how you do active listening. You look at who is talking, you don't talk, you ask questions, you follow directions, you visualize what is being said to you by your resident because you're really trying to empathize with them. You're really trying to put yourself in their position, all right? So very quick video to show you what active listening is all about. Here we go.
First, there was PlayStation, aka PS1. Then there's PS2, PS3, and now PS4. And that makes sense. You'd think after Xbox, there'd be Xbox 2. But no. Next came Xbox 360. And now, after 360, comes Xbox One. Why one? Maybe that's how many seconds of thought they put into naming it.
Can you get the butter, please?
However, with the Xbox One, I can control my entire entertainment system using voice commands. Up until now, I've had to use Leonard.
Then get the other one. Pass the butter.
Hang on. I don't feel like you're taking this dilemma seriously.
Fine, Sheldon. You have my undivided attention.
Okay, now, the PS4 is more angular and sleek looking.
No way!
It's true, but the larger size of the Xbox One may keep it from overheating.
Well, you wouldn't want your gaming system to overheat?
No, you absolutely would not. And furthermore, the Xbox One now comes with a Kinect included.
Included?
Yes! Not sold separately. Although the PS4 uses cool new GDDR5 RAM, while the Xbox One is still using the conventional DDR3 memory.
Why would they still be using DDR3? Are they nuts?
See, that's what I thought. But then they go and throw in an ES RAM buffer.
Oh, wait a second. Who's they?
Xbox.
You're kidding!
No, I am not. This ES RAM buffer should totally bridge the 100 gigabit per second bandwidth gap between the two RAM types.
This is a nightmare. How will you ever make a decision?
See, I don't know. What should I do?
Please pass the butter!
All right, just a little fun there. Okay, so be brief, be specific, be empathetic. Okay, first thing, don't overreact and never say calm down. I already talked to you about how important tone is. Stay positive. We talked about that. Work to understand, not necessarily to agree. One of the 7 habits of highly effective people, understanding, more important than agreeing, and be transparent and be in it for the long term. Don't say, oh, I don't care if they move. I'm not going to be nice to them. All right. So these are the words that I think you really need to know. Definitely, absolutely, brilliant, exciting, terrific, fascinating. And I'm going to show you how important some of these LY, definitely, absolutely, certainly, exactly, quickly, completely, how great these LY words are. Look at this. I can help you versus I can definitely help you. We are interested in your opinion, or we are absolutely interested in your opinion. I understand what you're feeling versus I completely understand what you're feeling. Look at the difference those words make, those LY words. Absolutely, completely, definitely, huge, huge difference. Think about using these in your email and in person. Let's quickly move on to email, all right? Emojis, and Laurel Zacher today is going to talk about emojis. Emojis can send a positive message, and 76% of people use emojis in the workplace. So it's okay to do that. Use the positive words, keep that upbeat tone in your emails, reread before sending, reread before sending, reread before sending, okay? And then look at this. This is the perfect example for reopening your amenities. I got this email from Chip and Joanna Gaines when they were reopening Magnolia Silos, and I love this. Together again in a new way, starting June 1st. What that makes you excited? It's going to be, it doesn't say together again with plexiglass, hand sanitizer, and masks starting June 1st, okay? It's great. It says we're going to reopen. It's going to be a new way. It's gentle. It's saying we welcome you back. And we're going to be together again. I love that. Take a look at this, though. Missing our poolside parties, picnics, and our people out and about. That is terrible. It says, hey, look, our pool is open and it's ready, but you can't come because of COVID. Wah, wah. No, 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 no. Together again in a new way. Wah, wah. Oh my gosh, no one wants wah, wah. Everybody wants together again in a new way, all right? No wah, wah. Remember, we're trying to keep people calm. We're not going to say, nana, nana, boo, boo, the pool is open. No, don't do that. Don't dangle something in front of them that they can't have. That's ridiculous. No, that's a big no, all right? Final thoughts, guys, all right? I teach all of my clients that they need to end every conversation with every resident, whether it's in an email or a text or face-to-face, with this question: is there anything else I can help you with today? You end every single encounter with a resident or prospect or a vendor who comes in on a positive note. Isn't that great? Is there anything else I can help you with today? Even if they have just gotten in your face and screamed at you and you did the best you could to solve it, but if you say to them in a genuine tone of voice, positive voice, is there anything else I can help you with today? You're here. Let's, what is there anything else I can do for you? I love it. It's great. And guys, it works so well. This works amazingly well. So I want you to try to adapt this into your lexicon with your residents. It's ending every single encounter on a super positive note, all right? And then I don't know if you all know who Mary Kay is, because she hasn't been around for a while. But Mary Kay Cosmetics, it's a very successful brand. You might have seen the women driving the pink Cadillacs or the pink Buicks because they won them from selling Mary Kay Cosmetics. Mary Kay passed away quite a number of years ago, but she said in her autobiography, she was asked the question, what is the key to your success? And she said, oh, it's really simple. She said, I view everyone I come into contact with is wearing a sign around their neck that only I can see. And the sign says, make me feel important. And if everybody did that, they would be so successful in their relationships with their family, in their relationships with their friends, and in their business relationships. Make me feel important. So think about all the things that we've talked about today. We've really covered quite a bit, but nothing that you can't do. It's all behavioral. You don't have to buy anything unless you want the Chewbacca mask. You want to get a frame for your anchor to have at your desk to keep them centered and focused. You really don't have to buy anything. All you have to do is just change your behavior, change your way the way you talk, and try to be customer focused. All right. So here is my loop and tie question. All right. First one to get the correct answer wins a $25 loop and tie gift card from me. Are you ready? Got your fingers on the keyboard? Are you ready? Brent, got your fingers on the keyboard? Okay, so here we go. I described something that happens when there's a large group of people and somebody comes in, and they could be positive, they could be negative, but all of a sudden it rolls. Oh, wow. Brittany, I didn't even get the question out. Yes, Brittany, that's right. Absolutely. It's called emotional contagion. Emotional contagion. So Brittany is the winner of the $25 Loop and Tie gift card. Brittany, Sloan will get me your email and I will set you up. Loop and Tie will be sending you the email, not me. So look for an email from Loop and Tie. Check your spam in case you missed it. And you'll be able to pick a gift worth $25. There's several in there. There's really cool things that you can get. So that was so fast, man, you guys. That girl she's quick. So Sloan, I'm going to turn it back to Team Wumpa. And I hope everybody enjoyed this.
Gosh, guys, I have a permanent smile. My belly hurts from laughing watching Big Bang Theory. Like that always makes me happy, but that particular clip was perfect for what we were talking about. And just give me the butter. So many great little nuggets, Lisa. I just appreciate this. I feel like I've had a little attitude adjustment. I definitely felt myself like looking into my hands when we did that. And so I just want to encourage everybody on today. We did record this. This will be available to all paid registrants of the conference. This would be a great team meeting to watch with your crew. Like this was just such good information, just great reminders for us as personal people as well as property maintenance professionals. So Lisa, thank you so much for that. I wanted to see, we did not have any questions that we needed to take care of today. So I think unless anybody has any, I just want to thank you. Again, I want to thank PG Long for sponsoring. Again, we have sessions all day today, 2 sessions an hour. The next one that I'm hosting is with Kim Lee and Apartment Life. And then we've got some other sessions. Laurel Zacher is going to be up on deck, our team from Knock. I mean, just so much good stuff. You guys have so much good stuff to look forward to today. So thank you so much, Lisa. Thank you. And we look forward to see you guys on another session later today. Have a wonderful day.
Bye, everybody.